Hi, I'm Eric Weiss, the co-creator of Mighty Bee and director of this episode, and I'm doing a commentary here with...
I'm Eddie Trigueros, did storyboard on this, and I am currently storyboard director on second season.
So this is an episode where I really felt like this show kind of started to find itself. I think we were kind of bumping along the sides until we started to get into this area, and I really felt like we kind of finally got to see it. We didn't really get much time to do a lot of development, so a lot of the stuff we were figuring out about our show was probably the first half of our first season. I like the animation on this bit, with the way she gets up. The volumes are consistent all the way through.
Here's a Bill Ray painting.
Off of one of your drawings.
I drew that on purpose, so we can get him to paint it.
Oh, would a biscuit make you feel better, boy? Well, we better get us to the doctor. Happy, don't be such a fraidy cat. Going to the doctor is no big deal.
That's also a Bill Ray painting that we superimposed onto that character model.
Bessie's super strong in this one. So is Happy.
The voice of Happy is performed by D. Bradley Baker, and he does a lot of wonderful stuff with us. And we really get some fantastic performance when we get Dee and Amy in the booth together to record. The rhythm that we end up getting from them performing together is fantastic, and we get some fun animation out of that. The drawing of the mailman freaking out was taken directly from the storyboard that Eddie did, and I try to make sure that all of our cleanups in the animation reflect the storyboard artist's drawings as much as possible.
You know, this is a scripted show, but they always told us to push the jokes and visual stuff.
Sometimes when we're moving along, we're moving pretty fast, and this cat right there was actually painted orange, and you're able to do some color correction later on and just digitally change it back to white.
Happy! Great to see you again. What brings you here today, little fella?
Hi, Doctor. I'm Bessie Higginbottom, and I can answer that. Happy and I engage in some overly aggressive play, and as a result, sustain some minor...
When we're working on the shows, we do a storyboard pitch, and then we do an animatic. And in the animatic, we're also still kind of coming up with gags, just like that eyeball roll we discovered. We thought it needed another funny cartoon moment, and so we were able to put that in there during the animatic.
With his glass eye?
Yeah. His David Bowie eye. I think it's like, let's give him two different eyes.
Just get up here, mister! The table's not freezing cold, it's room temperature!
On this episode, we had the audio already recorded, and Eddie was able to break down the phrasing very closely. There's a lot of fantastic acting that Amy does, and fantastic acting that Eddie does in this.
Doctor, it's actually his knee.
There was a...
What was that? I don't know what that was.
I remember he was lit up from the inside.
Right. Originally, he would glow, but we just decided to stick with that. Because there's a gag that's very similar coming up, so that's why we kind of stuck with not having him be X-ray.
Oh, with the drama! Happy Walter Higginbottom! Come down from your orbit this instant!
Well, we can't have that, can we, nurse?
The doctor is voiced by Rob Corddry from Daily Show. He studied under Amy at the Upright Citizens Brigade. And the nurse is played by Jack A. Harry from 227 fame.
He missed his nap, so...
Give me that.
Oh, Happy, who looks cute in a cone? You do!
Some great animation right here.
We were still trying to figure out the motion blurs on this show. And that could have been a little bit better, but it still looks great.
Miss Bessie to see the physician? Hey,
Your doctor is out today. You'll
It's
be
the
seeing
same
another
people
one.
from the vet. We don't really explain why,
okay.
and I don't want to explain why either.
The doctor will see you now.
Good luck in there, kid.
Let's see.
I like it when Bessie acts like an adult.
You're just in time.
This next scene, Amy improv'd a lot of the stuff here, and it was really fantastic and juicy. And as a storyboard artist and animator, when you get a performance like this, you really want to hit these poses with some really fantastic and funny drawings. And here, Eddie really just knocked it out of the park. And it has to be one of my favorite scenes of the entire season.
Just the same.
I love those mouth shapes and that acting on there.
Maybe reschedule it for another time, Kay.
I also really like the mix, Advantage Audio. Mike and Ray do a fantastic job. The sounds there. When Bessie goes into his face,
Let me tell you
there's a shift in the audio.
doesn't even begin to compare to a booster shot.
And then also right here, the sounds.
I know.
We weren't afraid to experiment with any of this stuff. That was fun. Thanks.
I love the realistic smoke.
A little Ralph Bakshi, Lord of the Rings there. All this art direction is done by Sana Hong, and she came up with a lot of fun ideas with the smoke. And of course, the character design is all done by Brian Arnett. He also adds a whole nother wonderful layer of funny drawings to the show. I had a fun time with the music on this episode. Working with Tommy Holmes, our music editor, is fantastic. He's able to understand a lot of my abstract ideas and thoughts, and dig through music libraries to find some fantastic, fun stuff.
I love all the Moog music in here.
That little stab of music right there, we premiered this here at the studio in Burbank, and we had a lot of kids come over and watch it. And that one moment was a moment where I looked back and saw a couple kids actually kind of freak out. There was times that I got a little worried, but they all would laugh at the end.
Hop up, dear, hop up. The doctor will be right with you.
Another amazing painting.
It's, Bill Ray did a lot of these background paintings. Whenever we need really scary, detailed paintings to set the mood, he can really hit it pretty hard. Like this one, I mean, and also the pan across the table really sets the mood and gives us that scary, surrealist feeling that we were trying to go with.
Sports-related flesh wound. No biggie.
No biggie indeed. Nothing a little time and some healthy
I
bacteria.
had some help from Sunil Hall to clean up
Right.
this little section.
Sure, great seeing you, bossy. You
Sunil is fantastic. He's one of our stronger board artists. It's super mellow.
Mm-hmm.
have we here?
Happy wants to see Bessie in pain.
They have a strange relationship. This is another little bit of business that Amy improv for us, and it was gave us some cartoony moments there for the animators to draw.
Don't worry, it'll only hurt a lot.
So I don't know about you, but I was always afraid to go to the doctor's office because of the booster shot. Well, just a shot in general.
Yeah.
So we really played it up here with this big syringe. The music here took us a really long time. We went back and forth. We were trying to find something that was stressful, but also fun. And, ultimately we ended up with this kind of Elfman-esque type song that was in the music library. Everything else just made things just seem way too scary. So this seemed to work out just fine. And we also wanted to kind of avoid some of the Tiny Toons type music, just because it was kind of like we were searching for something else.
Mm-hmm.
The X-ray gag.
Weaving badge. Happy, I've been looking for that.
After them, doctor.
This pose of the doctor when he
Right.
antics to zip
Here.
away, that one.
Fantastic. I've always loved that pose.
It's my homage to a Bugs Bunny pose I saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie, I always wanted to ask you, coming up. Oh, I guess we just missed it. What were
The
those
floor?
under the floor? Yeah.
I don't know. That was added after.
Oh, so it just magically appeared.
Yeah.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
It was. I think Aaron Pates did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just these weird little pink people.
Fantastic. Aaron Pates is now one of our storyboard artists for second season. He was a revisionist first season for us and has really stepped up. It's fantastic.
He really stabs her hard in that.
See, Happy? That wasn't so... Okay, you know what? That hurts. Yep. That's gonna smart for a few days.
I love this music.
I like the way everybody kind of like dissolves and slows down here. I had fun experimenting with that. Well, for all the geeks, hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.